What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing the randomized deck challenge, so let's give this a crack. Let's see what we get. Ooh, that's actually not too bad, you know. I do think if we make a couple changes, though, we could definitely make this strategy more well-rounded. So let's just sub in a couple cards, and then let's play this. I reckon we just, take out the healer for bats, and, you know, this is pretty much coming together quite nicely. Yeah, okay. And then I reckon we just sub out one more card, and beautiful. Okay, this is what we're going to be playing today. We're going to change out that for the Evo Skeletons and put in Log, and let's give it a go. So sometimes in life you kind of just have to go with whatever fate has for you in store, and for me it's Expo Cycle. So we're against Nasty Nate from the OG Stoners, and let's hopefully get a win. What I'm hoping to do in today's video is win with just playing Expos and getting positive trades. Like, I'm not really defending them too heavy, I'm just playing them, you know? I'm just playing them over and over. Like, I don't really have the best defense, it's literally just cycle cards, and we're going to see if this pays off. So far I've actually had an answer for everything he's played, and that might not even... Okay, yeah, the Expo's still alive, so we're going to get a bunch of chip damage. We're playing like Expo Chip Cycle, and I'm not going to lie, I am fucking dying. It is 6:03 in the morning. I have not slept. I can't remember that, like, the last time I was this tired in my life. Before I was recording this video, I was lying in my bed, and I was genuinely like, I need to record. Like, the daily streak must stay alive. And I pretty much, like, passed out, and it's just... I don't even remember the last time I was genuinely this tired. But, you know, Clash must go on. That's what we say in my hood. If you like that firecracker hitting the tower instead of activating King, make sure to smash like. Alright, he's got Evolve Witch and Giant Smelly, so we're going to go for a defensive Expo and see if Nasty Nate can get down and dirty here. Let's go for this. Let's go for the Evo Skeletons. We're basically just trying to keep the Evolve Witch from splashing them, and we're going to get a bit of value there. And the Expo is able to actually help us defend, and okay, a nasty defense against Nasty Nate, and now that he's used his Giant Smelly, I might go for an offensive Expo. But yeah, I'm also awake this late because I made a crucial mistake. I thought, hey Ken, now that your cousin's come home, early AMs in the morning, why don't you push some holy fucking log value? That's what I need in my life, not a woman. A fucking good log. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, my cousin came stumbling home, you know, and I was like, fuck, this seems like the time to push end of season ladder. You know what I mean? Like, it's the last day of the season, which means Evolve Baby Dragon and Vines are on the cusp. Tomorrow I will be trolling with the new card or the new evolution, whatever I feel like, and that's going to be fun. Alright, we've taken his tower pretty much anyway, so let's go for a defensive Expo. That Evolved Ice Spirit jumping is actually really clutch, because otherwise I would have had to log cycle all that. Alright, let's kill the flying skeleton army that does 700 fucking drop damage, which is ridiculous. And let's go for this. I'm actually enjoying this more than I thought I was going to, I'm not gonna lie. Like, going into this, I was like, okay, like, for some reason I never get old of playing Cycle. It's just about finding the new card to play. And that brings me on to my next point, which was, I feel like my cousin who's just started playing the game recently, like, he's some kind of, like, prodigy or something. It's not even that, like, he just... I feel like when you're... I'm trolling this guy hard, by the way. When you're new to the game, he watches me play ladder, and he doesn't have the, like, knowledge, because he hasn't played as long, but he understands the general idea of the game. So if I'm playing disgusting P.E.K.K.A, or if I'm playing disgusting, like... let's say Goblin Giant Spam or Golem Beatdown, you know. The strategy is you just take a bit of damage and you build up your push. I feel like when you're playing this game, if you really do want to get better at the game, you have to be thinking of the general overall strategy. But it's kind of hard to do that while you're playing because you need to think about things in the moment, and the spur of the moment kind of get to you. And I think that's what separates the best from the people who never quite make it, because there's people that play more than the best players in the game, but they aren't the best players in the game. And I think it's just simply because, oh, clutch Ice Spirit, simply because of just not thinking. At the end of the day, you got to try to get better, you know. So anyway, I made the mistake of playing, and I realized I'm incredibly sleep deprived and talentless, and so I lost, and then I gave up. And now it's 6 AM, I'm sitting here with my dick in my hands, and I'm just like, well, fuck me. At least I've got the randomized deck challenge, because fate does not let me down. Okay, E-Drag, please, for the love of Christ. Alright, terrible bats by me. But yeah, I basically just hands off, not going to try and control life anymore, and that's why we've gone for the random deck challenge today. Alright, Franky. I don't know why you had to spell your name like that. I'm not going to even entertain it. Alright, I feel like, anyway, I'm definitely going for an evolved Smeletons here. I'm going to try and not let the Furnace kill them. Then let's go for this. And I feel like that's quite a lot of value for my Smeletons. Go for a Fire Spirit. And okay, the Smeletons, that's going to connect to the tower. That's one of them. He didn't realize. Please take the whole tower, man. This is why the Smeletons are so back. Look at them. They're trying their best, little weasels. Alright, let's go for an Ice Spirit in the base to try and tank the other tower a little bit, just in case. And we're going to get the 3 crown with the Smeletons, man. Oh, we're not. See you, Smeletons. Evolved E-Drag is kind of nasty. I'm not actually sure how this is working so well, but, you know, it's also not. Anyway, let's go for a Defensive Expo here. I was going to see if I could get away with not doing that, but these bats are going to be clutch as shit. And Expo's... Okay, E-Drag was like, fuck it, I've had enough of the bats. I'm going to just kill them now. So now I have to defend the world's biggest push, which, honestly, might be doable. Let's go like this, and then let's try and cycle another log. An Evolved Ice Spirit is actually clutch as shit on defense. Go for this, for the E-Drag. Go for a cheeky E-Spirit here to pull that back. And that is not bad. That's not bad at all. And then let's go for a little Fire Spirit. If I had another one card troop, like a Spirit, I would have definitely tried to activate King. And he's a little late on the zap there, as quick as he was. He was definitely hovering it, but he wasn't quick enough. And so that's going to be a win against Franky, baby. Damn, why is it kind of satisfying just like relying hard on Expo? But yeah, I'm kind of thinking about like sweating this game again. And I was thinking about it like, Ken, your mental health. But then I kind of just realized, I always remind myself, there's no point in playing high skill decks in this game anymore. You have to play the boosted decks. You have to play. It's a different game. It's a different look. It's a different life now, man. Look, this game was once a skillful, you know, who am I kidding? It's fucking Clash Royale. But now you'd be dumb not to play the broken shit. Everybody else is fucking doing it. So like you're literally holding yourself back if you don't do it yourself. You know what I mean? That goes out to all the Clashers out there. Play the broken shit, because everybody else is going to play it against you anyway. Alright, we're against 2.6 Hog. I'm playing Spirit Cycle. This is not the broken shit, Ken. What are you doing? No, because this is fun, right? This is fun. Okay, alright. He might spam my ass with Hog. So if he does, at least I know he doesn't have Zap. Let's go for this. He might try and go for a cannon to snipe my Expo, or a Musketeer. Okay, let's go with this. I actually really like that when the Hog Rider jumped, the Expo just sniped the Musketeer there. And that's going to annihilate the cannon. And we don't get any damage, but that gave me hope. This is going to be a hard matchup because I have to stop his Hog chipping my tower without a building besides Expo. And if I play Expo on defense, he gets viable value. But also take his tower with my Expo. Okay, he might predict an Expo. Let's go for an Ice Golem here. I want that to be in the same lane. Let's go for a cheeky Expo. Let's go for bats in the middle. Very nice. Okay, let's go like this and see if we can try and kill this quickly. Ooh, okay. The log was inevitable, and we might end up getting some chip damage here if we're lucky. Come on! Bit of chip damage, don't mind that. He's probably going to play Ice Spirit at the bridge on the left, which means that I'm going to want to play my E-Spirit, because I want to save my... Actually, you know what? Let's go Ice Spirit at the bridge, because it's going to be evoed soon. And then let's keep the press up. Fuck it. Let's go for an Ice Golem in case he goes cannon. Bat's here to snipe that. And oh my god, he played a bad Musketeer there. And so he's going to go for a log probably here. And we're going to be able to... Come on, come on, come on. A bit of chip damage. Like, every tick matters. Okay. Depending on where he hogs here, I'm going to have the defensive Expo. Let's go for a defensive Expo because I'm going to need it. Okay, he chose to go... Okay, so he's going to take the fireball value, but at least his Hog Rider's not getting any chip damage now. Alright, so he might predict my Expo now, so let's go for a defensive Expo. instead. I was thinking he might have gone for a cannon at the bridge there. Let's go for a Fire Spirit because it might get some chip damage. And then he's going quite defensive here, which is an interesting decision. Let's go for an Ice Golem, and let's go for another Expo, and let's see if we can try and snipe like a Musketeer. Wow, he just fireballed nothing. He might actually get away with that. We'll see though. Let's go for this and this, and he's probably going to log, but... Ooh, come on. That's chip damage, baby. That's damage on the tower. Okay. Whew, okay. I kind of want to just keep the press up. I don't want him to go hog. Let's go for this in case he goes musky or cannon. He's going to go musky, I think. Alright, and then let's go for another log. Let's go for skeletons. Okay, come on. If we can beat 2.6 hog with Expo nothing cycle, that will be great. Alright, if he goes hog here. Okay. Let's go like this, and let's go with bats to try and clean up the musketeer here. Okay. He's probably going to go for a log, maybe. Okay, no hits, please. Okay, we got no hits. Okay, he used his log there. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. And then let's go for the Evo Smeletons because he used his log. And see if we can try and get some damage here. Okay, he's going to go for a Fireball. I don't mind that. I think that hog was an overcommitment, so I'm going to wait for that to get past my Expo. Then go for an Evolved Ice Spirit to let that go. I'm not worried about that because he just used his hog. Go for this. And try our best to kill the Musketeer here. Okay, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. We've got him on the back foot. We just need to keep the press up. Let's go for another Expo. Let's go for this in case he tries to snipe it with a cannon or a Musketeer. And then let's go for a log to reset that hit. Okay, and then he's overcommitting with Fireball. We get more chip damage. We need to keep the press up. Fire Spirit's going to connect. Let's go for this and bats. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about that. Let's go for a log to try and knock it out of range so it goes for the... Okay, it did retarget, but he might get some... Fuck, okay. He might fireball me. He might fireball log me, chat. Let's... Fuck. Let that be a lesson to you, chat. Not everything is sunshine and rainbows.